Right, so Jarno Trulli's got off and it's a reasonably long run down to the first corner. Trulli and Yamamoto, but that hasn't come to anything quite yet. But Trulli down the inside of Yamamoto, so Trulli is now leading this race. Montero and Villeneuve, the two people that were battling for the last points place, are out. But Ralf Schumacher has not been good this series at all, so is Raikkonen go into the back of Sato? Well, maybe it has, because Alonso's got past Clean, although they're both going very slowly. They've caused a pile-up. Alonso has taken out his teammates for Clean and Alonso. And both guys, wow, Clean just shunts Alonso out onto the grass. Although he could still just about do it. No, Yamamoto in his first race, first Formula 1 race should I say, has kept a podium spot.
There's been some sort of incident at turn 13. It's E-Day!
Right, what about Alonso and Heidfeld? This is for the last podium place. Alonso has overtaken Nick Heidfeld. So Fernando Alonso's in the last podium place. Heidfeld fourth. Dominant drive from third place. And he's going to win the German Grand Prix. Right, what about Nico Rosberg? This home race, he's going to take second place. And he took second in France as well. So that's amazing.
We're in the historic and beautiful city of Budapest, or more specifically, the Hungaroring, the home of the Hungarian Grand Prix. In 1986, the Hungarian Grand Prix made history when it was the first F1 race to be run behind the Iron Curtain. Characterised by its dusty and slippery surface, the Hungaroring has the tightest layout on the Formula 1 calendar, that is apart from Monaco. Overtaking here is very difficult, so a good qualification is absolutely crucial. There's a light drizzle falling at the moment and it doesn't show any signs of easing off. That's going to make the track very slippery.
Right, so here we are back on F1 Championship Edition for the next episode in this reverse grid race series. And now, yes, I just want to clarify, this is the reverse grid because I know in a couple of places it doesn't look like it. Alonso in 8th, Button in 9th and Michael Schumacher in 12th. That doesn't look particularly reversed. I'll get to that in a second. The first thing I want to do is address the person who the game labels as Jacques Villeneuve, who's down in 14th. Now Villeneuve left BMW Sauber after the last race, and that's all I could really find out is that was due to contractual issues, how I don't know, just Sauber and Villeneuve couldn't really reach an agreement over a future contract, so Villeneuve left and was replaced by Robert Kubica. So a very good replacement there, and Kubica probably better than Villeneuve to be honest, but Villeneuve has done alright this series. Let's go back through his highlights. So in Australia, he took second place, and I was in between both Ferraris, so that's a very good result for Villeneuve. In Spain, he finished in third after battling for the lead with David Coulthard. Unfortunately, he was just slower than David, so he ended up finishing third. Canada, his home race, he finished fifth, which wasn't too bad. However, in typical Jacques Villeneuve style, his season just crumbled, really, showing his true pace anyway, because I don't know, I just don't really rate Villeneuve that highly in his later years anyway, because in Great Britain and USA, so the more recent races, he finished second to last in both of those races. So, maybe, considering Villeneuve did so well at the start and just dropped off as the season went on, maybe it's a good thing BMW Sauber have got Kubica. So we gotta bear that in mind. Villeneuve on the game is actually Kubica. Now, let's address these penalties. Okay, so, well, the easy ones are Christian Albers. He was only quicker than Yamamoto, but he was dropped behind Yamamoto because of an engine change penalty. It's a similar story for Jenson Button, who qualified in 4th place in real life, but was dropped down to 14th after another 10th place engine change penalty. Alonso and Schumacher are a little bit more complicated. Now, Alonso in practice got penalised, so in qualifying 1 second would be added onto his quickest lap time. And that was in practice. He was held up behind Dornbos in practice and then ended up brake checking Dornbos, kind of in frustration, but the stewards controversially, because it was harsh, it's a harsh penalty, but just because of that little incident with Dornbos, They gave him a 1 second qualifying penalty, and then he got another 1 second qualifying penalty for overtaking under waved yellows. So a total of 2 seconds added onto his fastest qualifying time. That's why he's way down the field, or way up the field, now you reverse the grid. And then his championship rival in real life anyway, Michael Schumacher, he got a 2 second qualifying time added on penalty, because during qualifying when Jenson Button's engine blew up, and hence why Button needed a new engine, Michael Schumacher overtook Alonso and Kubica under red flags. Well, under red flag situations. So because of that, Schumacher got 2 seconds added on, so did Alonso, and so it was a level playing field. And of course Schumacher and Alonso both didn't finish the Hungarian Grand Prix. Button famously took his first ever Formula 1 race win here in the wet conditions. I've set the game to light rain because I think that's most accurate to the real life race, light rain, because it varied really, but I've stuck it on light rain. Button was able to win in real life. It was helped obviously with Alonso's failed pit stop, but still, let's see if Button can replicate that win, or maybe if Alonso can take the easiest win he's had this series, or maybe Schumacher. He's not too far off his championship rival. Maybe he can do something. But anyway, let's just find out what happens.
Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume and enjoy. Here we go. The race is go, go, go!
Well, Alonso did not get off to a quick start. It looked like he was late to react to the lights, but he's still in 8th place. He's getting a run on Montero, although Button's all over the back of Alonso. What about Alonso? Is he going to get past? He's got past the Midland of Montero, although Montero's just done him around the outside. No, he hasn't. Alonso's up into 7th place, Montero 8th. So Button is still out of the points. Alonso is now behind Liuzzi, and this is Liuzzi's birthday actually, the day this race happened. So can the birthday boy get a good result here? We'll have to find out. We still got Rosberg 5th, Sato 4th, Speed 3rd. Speed has got a run on Yamamoto, but he hasn't been able to do it. Yamamoto 2nd. Alba's running away with this in 1st. Can Alba get his 2nd race win this season? We'll have to find out. Alonso's still in 7th. Liuzzi is actually looking to make a move on Rosberg. Whoever would have thought it? Liuzzi damn nearly put Alonso, no, not Alonso, Rosberg into a spin. Button got past Montero, so Button's now into the points. Where is Michael Schumacher's dropped down the field out of all this? He's not done very well. Dropped down 2 places, I believe, already. So Alonso is still up behind Liuzzi. White coming down here. It's very difficult to overtake in Hungary. Side by side, some contact made there. Alonso is going to do him around the outside. No, Liuzzi has defended 6th place. Liuzzi 6th, Rosberg 5th, Sato 4th. Speed is still up behind Yamamoto. But I'm just expecting Alonso to get past Liuzzi any second now. Down the inside, round the last corner. And Alonso has easily got the run on Liuzzi. What about the next guy? Nico Rosberg. Rosberg's trying to get past Takuma Sato, of course. Will Rosberg get past Sato? Yes, he will actually. He's got the inside line. And he's just about been able to take that off of Sato. And we got Alonso, who also got past Sato. Sato being pushed out wide has really compromised him there. What about Button? Klean's up into 8th. What's happened to Button? Hang on, what really has happened to Button? I think Button's out of the race. We'll have to look at that in just 2 seconds, because Klean is up into 8th place. Oh, Jenson Button's engine went in the race. That's pretty much exactly where it went in qualifying, and it's gone there in the race. So Button, who won the real-life 2006 Hungarian Grand Prix, is out. Right, so here we are on, well, not on board with, but we're tracking Christian Klean. Now, he was in 8th place, the last points place. He inherited that really once Button retired. But I think Klean had another car failure, but weirdly one without smoke. I don't think we've seen that since the very first episode when Ralf Schumacher had a car failure without smoke. Yeah, no idea what went on the car then, but Klean is out. And that does mean that Nick Heidfeld is in the last points place. Right, we really haven't seen a great deal of action apart from those two retirements, but we've got Speed in third. He's dropped off from Yamamoto, but Rosberg and Alonso are right behind, and surely we're going to see an overtake from one of these guys on someone else. No. Well, Alonso is pushing out Rosberg, but to no avail, because Rosberg's still in fourth, Alonso's still fifth, Sato's sixth, Liuzzi's seventh, Heidfeld is still in eighth. Coulthard has caught up to the back of him though, and we got Fisichella in 10th. We could see both Renaults do something here, and where's Schumacher? Schumacher's dropped off. I think Michael Schumacher is out of the race. Last time I saw he was right with Fisichella, but he's out. Right, I've been having a look at the replay and I honestly cannot find out what happened to Schumacher. I think the replay doesn't go back far enough, so he must have retired a while ago. I mean, he had a very poor start and then dropped really to the same level as Fisichella, but now, well, he's out and I have no idea why. Right, down to start finish straight this time. Can Rosberg get past Speed this time? Or can Alonso get past Rosberg? It's been a long time coming, but no. They're still holding position. We've still got Alonso 5th, Rosberg 4th, Speed 3rd, Yamamoto 2nd, and Albers is actually... Whoa! Well, I've lost all my words. Albers, who is pulling away from Yamamoto, has had an engine failure.
Speed is 3rd. In 4th place, Rosberg.
Well, what on earth has happened here? Is it the rain? The first wet race we have is causing reliability issues? I have no idea. We've had Button, Schumacher, Klein, and now Albers all retire with reliability issues. Fisichella is now in the last points place. We've got Barrichello 9th, Liuzzi at his birthday in 7th place, Heidfeld in 6th, so he must have got past Liuzzi when we weren't looking, Sato 5th, Alonso 4th, Rosberg 3rd, Speed 2nd, and amazingly, Yamamoto with his 2nd Formula 1 race is leading it. Right, this lap, surely an overtake's going to happen. Alonso in 4th place. He's trying to get up into a podium place, but I think the problem is Rosberg's got slipstream on Speed, although Alonso finally's got past Nico Rosberg, so Alonso is in 3rd place. And Rosberg, I thought it was going to be difficult to overtake him because he's got slipstream on Speed and Speed's got slipstream on Yamamoto. But no, Alonso has made that move. And further down the field, it's all still exactly the same. Right, so... Oh no, we don't even need the back straight because Alonso, I think, has just gone down the inside of Speed. No, he hasn't. But he's going to have the run on him, surely. The Renault engine is going to be much quicker than that V10 Cosworth engine that the Toro Rosso's lugging around. And down the inside, yep, Alonso an easy move, much easier than on Nico Rosberg. And Alonso is up into 2nd place. All he's got to clear now is Yamamoto. That should be easy to do, but this is the Hungaroring, and it's also in the wet conditions. Quite frankly, anything could happen. It might be surprisingly difficult to overtake.
6th is Heidfeld.
Right, so this is a move we did miss out on. It's another Renault passing another Toro Rosso. It's Fisichella behind Liuzzi, and this is on Liuzzi's birthday, and he's done surprisingly well on his birthday, but just not quite good enough. So Fisichella, yep, is pretty much a copycat move of what Alonso did on Speed. And Fisichella, this now means that Fisichella is up into 7th place. So Fisichella's charging his way through the field. We might see a Renault 1-2. It's very possible at the moment. Right, so we got Alonso right up behind Yamamoto, and surely this is going to be a dead easy overtake. It may be the Hungaroring, it may be wet conditions, but Alonso, he's got the slipstream on Yamamoto, and Yamamoto's just surely going to be defenceless, although Alonso isn't quite that close. He might not be able to make the move this lap. No, he has. So Alonso's got past Yamamoto and is now leading the Hungarian Grand Prix. What about Fisichella? He got past Heidfeld, I believe. Yep, he must have done, yep. So Fisichella got past Heidfeld, and now Fisichella is up behind the Super Aguri. So Fisichella is really charging his way through the field. Whoa, Nico Rosberg! I just saw his car dump some oil, and now look. Rosberg is now the latest casualty of a car failure. He's out with an engine failure. And he was in 4th place right up behind Scott Speed, but now he's out. And I guess that does mean that the person in the last points place is Barrichello. So Barrichello hasn't been charging his way through the field as quickly as Fisichella has, but he's still slowly been making his way through. He's now got past Liuzzi. What about Fisichella? Because he is up behind Takuma Sato. This should be an easy move for Fisichella. It should be exactly like Alonso did on Yamamoto, and it pretty much is. Although, no, Sato's defended the place. Kudos to Sato there, that's great driving. He just hung Fisichella out to dry, and he's reaping the rewards of it.
He's up from 5th. Fisichella.
Right, so now Fisichella up behind Sato, and oh, he's made the move already. He doesn't even need the start finish straight. Fisichella up into 4th place. He's now charging. He's very soon he'll be on the back of Scott Speed. All he's got to do is get past Speed, then Yamamoto, and then it's a Renault 1-2. Sato 5th, Barrichello in 6th. Surely Barrichello should get past Sato soon. As I always say, it's the Honda Super Yuri connection, but that just doesn't register in this game. Although no, Barrichello's made the move down the inside. Okay, maybe it does register, because I think that's the first time we've seen an overtake down there this race. So Barrichello just let through by Sato. So Barrichello is slowly recovering the points that Button would have had if his car hadn't blown up on him. And now Heifeld's car's blown up on him. What on earth is happening this race? We've had more car failures here than we've had in Malaysia. Well, pretty much a similar amount anyway. In Heifeld, most people's favourite to win the Drivers' Championship, from what I can see in the comments section, is out. Right, Fisichella, I think he's side by side with Speed. No, he hasn't been able to make the move. Speed, some great defensive driving to keep Fisichella behind for this long, and he actually... Well, he's done very well. I mean, considering he's trying to attack Yamamoto and defend from Fisichella, he's doing a fantastic job, although Speed's dropped off from Yamamoto because he's trying so hard to defend from Fisichella. And it's paying off because he's keeping a podium place, and Barrichello is all over the back of Fisichella. So actually, Fisichella wants to pull away from Barrichello again. He's going to want to get past Speed very soon. We've still got Sato 6th, Liuzzi 7th, and we've still got David Coulthard in 8th. With really everyone below the top 8 miles off, because Montero, just like in Silverstone, is holding a massive train.
The gap now stands at 0.3 of a second. As the race comes to a close and we enter the final lap of this Grand Prix, Speed has almost caught the next car. There is still a chance for some action here today.
Yes, there is, Martin. Damn right there is. There is definitely some time for some more action. Fisichella on Speed. I know Martin is focusing a lot on Scott's Speed, but he's focusing on the wrong action of Speed. It's Fisichella on Speed. This is surely Fisichella's last time to do it. Has he done it? I think he has. Fisichella's up into 3rd place. And if he can pull out an amazing overtake on Ide, no, not Ide, Yamamoto, sorry, then we could still see a Renault 1-2, but Alonso's damn nearly finished the race. Pretty much. I mean, we got Yamamoto in 2nd, Fisichella in 3rd. If he pulls off an overtake here, that'll be astonishing. Barrichello's up into 4th place. So Barrichello got past Speed. Speed was doing so well up until this point. But Fisichella 3rd, Barrichello 4th. I just don't think we're going to see another overtake. Barrichello's looking at it on Fisichella, but it's just not going to happen. Fernando Alonso, dominant drive. That 2-second time penalty really helped him out in that reverse grid race, as he's won the Hungarian Grand Prix.
There it is. Alonso crosses the line in 1st place and earns a well-deserved 10 points.
So Fernando Alonso has probably regained his championship lead after that race win. He was leading it, then he lost it, but now Heifeld retiring, he could well have taken it back again. Yamamoto, I mean Hungary, the lack of overtaking opportunities has really helped him out here. Possibly the rain has as well, as Yamamoto is going to take 2nd place ahead of Fisichella in 3rd.
Ide hangs on for 2nd and 8 points.
So Fisichella in 3rd, Barrichello 4th, a great drive for covering the points that Button lost. Speed 5th, Sato 6th, Liuzzi on his birthday when this race was held in real life is in 7th, and Coulthard last points in 8th. Well, that certainly was a crazy race. Alonso winning, a dominant race for Alonso, but he did have to fight for it. He was helped by Button retiring and Michael Schumacher getting off to a poor start and retiring. He was massively helped by that, and you just have got to feel if those two guys didn't retire, we could have seen an epic three-way battle for the race win. But really, what a chaotic race, so many people in the top 8 retiring with car failures. And just think about how different the race results would be if those people didn't retire. Christian Albers, who was leading the race, Rosberg, who was in 4th, and Nick Heidfeld, of course, who was in 6th place. If those guys didn't retire, just how different would the top 8 have been? But anyway, moving on to the Drivers' Championship, and Fernando Alonso, winning this race by a massive margin, has retaken the lead of the Drivers' Championship. He had a very firm grip on it and then lost it as he was struggling to get points, but finally he's been able to get a good haul of points once again and has overtaken Heidfeld, who didn't score any points this race, and Jarno Trulli, who was just nowhere to be seen. I don't even know what on earth he did for the entire race. But also Fisichella is mounting a charge at the Drivers' Championship. He's only 6 points behind his teammate, and he overtook Jarno Trulli as a result of this. He's also only 1 point behind Heidfeld. And although we've said that this series is difficult to call, and it certainly is, it is looking more and more like a Renault domination. Moving on to the Constructors' Championship, and I think it's safe to say that Renault have wrapped up the Constructors' Championship already. Of course they could easily lose it, but right now they've got a 19-point margin, which in this reverse grid race series is massive. One big mover in the Constructors' Championship, surprisingly, was Super Aguri, as they're now in 3rd place, and they came into this race in 6th place, but obviously thanks to Yamamoto's 2nd place and Takuma Sato's 6th place, they've been able to move up into 3rd place, but they're still a reasonable amount behind Sauber and a way off of Renault. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to leave a like, a comment, and next time we're going to be at a Hermann Tilke track. And you don't need to sigh, Hermann Tilke, yep, he has done some shocking track designs, but it's Istanbul Park, everybody's favourite track. I absolutely adore that track, and it's going to be good to see it back in action in Formula 1. So I'm sure you guys are looking forward to it, just to see that track back in action, and I'll see you guys for the Turkish Grand Prix. So I'll see you then.